Hello.
Hello.
What have you done? You got some sort of new microphone or something.
Dude, it's so good. This thing is just awesome. Look at this thing.
You sound very smooth. What is it? Oh, you've
So
got that Rode
smooth.
microphone.
It's so good. And I got the AirPods now, so it's full pro level shit going on here.
We are leveling up. It's
Um,
about damn time.
how come you're not, or is it about Dan time? You got a beer? What's happening?
No,
What are you
no,
sipping
I
on there?
don't have a beer today.
Oh, okay.
I can't drink beer for the next 2 weeks
Oh, okay.
because I lost a bet.
Lost a bet with beer.
I lost a bet. Yep. Oh, not about beer. I lost a bet with our mutual friend Taki Moore,
Okay.
my business coach,
Yeah.
and
Your coach. The guy who
my
coaches
coach,
you for
the,
coaching.
the coach of coaches coaches. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so basically, what happened was when I was in Hawaii back in July, I had committed to a few goals within the Rockstar Brewer business, and I failed to deliver. And so when we were setting those goals back in Hawaii, Taki's very good. He sort of said, look, it's got to be risk versus reward. It's the only way you get things done in business. And so, and I had to write down, I actually wrote it down here actually.
I am listening. I can actually leave and I can
No,
still hear you.
it's
That's the
it's
beauty of
like
these AirPods. Give me 1 second. I'm
well,
listening.
that's what I do with my headphones as well.
Oh, yeah.
So the risk, the reward was, I think it was take a holiday to Thailand or buy a new um, windshield for the VFR,
Okay.
and the risk was no beer for 2 weeks.
But were these, was the target like actions or was it like results?
Results.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming you did try to achieve the results.
I got it was basically sales targets and all that sort of
Right.
stuff, and
Right.
and I got under halfway to my projected goal.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, right, is that it was still a fucking great result, but it's not what I set out to achieve. So
Yeah.
and so I saw someone, they have in Black Belt they have a private Facebook group there, and I saw someone else post that they didn't make their July goal and all that sort of stuff, and I went, shit, I better write about mine. And so I posted a photo of what I wrote, no beer for 2 weeks, what I wrote in July in Hawaii, and holy moly, the group just absolutely exploded because you got to think about this community. It's a community of fitness coaches, lifestyle coaches, health and fitness fucking coaches. Um, they're all like these health nuts, right?
Yeah.
Mostly. And I'm the beer guy. And I remember rocking up in Hawaii, to the opening night, and they're at a bar and everyone's just drinking fucking club sodas and shit, and I'm just smashing pints.
Yeah.
And it was fucking sick, and Taki doesn't drink, and
Mm.
a lot of people there teetotal and that sort of thing, which is fine. That's no judgment there. And the only person in Hawaii who did drink was this guy who coaches Tommy builders on how to make their trading businesses more profitable.
Right.
And so I remember getting in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat, I was like, oh, anyone want to come for a beer? Fucking tumbleweeds, except for Gary. And he goes,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
I'll come for a beer, mate. So we went to Maui Brewing Company. It was great. Anyway, so yes, I didn't achieve the targets that I set out. I wrote this post about what went right and what went wrong, and I
In the
think it's
group you talk
important.
about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's important to reflect. I mean, there were some things that have gone right since joining Black Belt, and some of the things is like I'm redoing beer quality boot camp, and that's taken the most time. That's probably the main reason that I didn't achieve the goals that I set out to achieve. I've done some experience with a little bit of social media on the Rockstar Brewer thing, and that's my biggest failure, is not doing enough social media and getting the awareness out there.
Okay.
So now that beer quality boot camp's just about done, now I can start to focus on that. And so yeah, the group was amazing. So, one of the key one of Taki's assistants there, just reached out and said, right. And they just leap in. They go, right, what do you need? You need this, this, this. Okay. And they've teed me up with all these meetings for all, because it's not just Taki who does the coaching. He's got like a team of like 30 coaches. And
he's the coach's coach.
Is the coach of the coach who coaches coaches.
Okay. Yeah.
And so like I've got a meeting tomorrow morning with one of their top like social media coaches, and they're just like rallying around just to make what I do a success. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
That's pretty cool. When they fly to Hawaii, do you think when they fly to Hawaii, do you think Taki flies first class and the coaches fly?
I don't know. I'll ask next week, I suppose. So,
Coach?
So the next, so basically they have their intensives like 4 times a year.
Fuck me. Right.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Jesus Christ.
So they get together like 4 times a year. 3 times is face to face on an island, and the next intensive is next week, and it's virtual. And so I'm checked out for the few days to make time for that, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens and what goals I'm going to set for the next till the next 3 months. So
I think it's good to set ambitious goals, but you do forget how much stuff gets in the way.
I don't know. One of the things that's probably been the most influential since joining Black Belt is this sort of breakout talk that they did with this guy called Chris Dufay, and he lives up on the Sunshine Coast, and he's what he said really struck a chord with me, because he's very much anti the entrepreneurial grind, hustle, and all that sort of shit. So I don't really believe in that either. Yeah. And he said, look, you got to work hard, but you got to work efficiently. And the way that you work efficiently is, you take care of yourself, take care of your family, you take care of your business, and you got to take care of your health.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit. And he sort of said, right, we're going to make a weekly plan and we're going to block out time for you to take care of your health. And that's one of the whole reasons I, joined the gym and got Cohen, my PT, and all that sort of stuff. And it's been a game changer. I can't, it's been absolutely phenomenal that, I've joined a gym. I hated it for the first few weeks because it was fucking painful. And now I want to go and I really like it. It's That's like good. I just go and I lift heavy things and I zone out, and the benefits have been amazing. I was at a doctor this week and, got some blood work done. Doctor goes, your blood work's really fucking good right now. And I'm like, sick,
Nice. Did he put his finger up your rectum at all? Or is that...
not that time, but,
no. Okay. Well, we're sharing everything on this podcast.
Yeah, of course. So, but the whole thing is that it's been pretty good. But I still haven't answered your question. So, no, I don't have a beer.
Right.
But I am drinking a highball. Do you know what a highball is?
Highball?
Highball.
No, I know what a fireball is. Is it like that?
No, highball. So it's basically, I've got this giant duty-free bottle of fucking Johnny Walker Red Label.
Wait, let me get the screenshot of that little bad boy.
I've got to pull it back.
Right, hang on.
Got it?
Fuck's sake, got it.
So this is a drink that I picked up when I was in Japan. When you get sick of beer, just take all the unfermentable sugars out and have a highball, which is basically just scotch and soda.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I didn't feel like and just shitty scotch, I didn't feel like a Jack Daniels, even though I've got Jack Daniels, because I didn't want to have caffeine late at night. So
that's fair. Are you across the Jack Daniels single malt? Is that a?
I've never tried any of the other things.
No. Okay.
It's like I go to the airport and you see them all in the duty free, like a couple $100 for a bottle of like Gentleman Jack or all that sort of stuff.
Gentleman Jack's pretty good. I've had.
Is it? I should try it because I've not tried it, but just straight up Jack Daniels suits me to a T.
That's fair. But if you're worried about the caffeine intake, you could have you know, you can have it by itself if you want to have a little sippy, you know.
Yeah, but I don't really feel like something neat. I want to have a drink, you know.
That's fair.
So
Yeah,
don't
it's an
forget, I can't
American
drink
thing,
beer.
isn't it? Like
Yeah.
we don't really do that, but the Americans just
No,
sit there and smash
they do
straight.
shots. Yeah.
It's crazy. And they
Yeah.
sip them.
Yeah. So 2 weeks without beer for me. And so until the 20th, which is the day before I go to Bali. And yeah, it's kind of, yeah, that's kind of the way that it is. So I'm heading up the Sunshine Coast this weekend to go and visit some friends. And literally just chatting to a friend on Messenger just now. He's like, come up here, like get here for about 3:00 tomorrow afternoon, go to Moffat Beach. And I'm like, dude, if I go to Moffat Beach and Matty Wilson walks in, he sees me drinking spirits, he's going to fucking destroy me.
So he should. So he should. This is some bullshit, Hendo. We've got to be supporting the industry. How about this? I've got an idea for you.
What's that?
I will give you this idea and then I'll cut this out, edit it out of the episode.
Okay. Ooh, editing.
Yeah, I'll edit. I'll spend so much time on editing. Go to Moffat Beach, drink all of the beers,
right,
and not tell anyone, not social media. Don't say anything.
No, I can't. I've got to wear this one. Hey.
Okay.
You got to be no. I'm serious. You got to be like, the thing is that you got to have some fucking integrity. You know, it's like,
no, I agree. But it's a bad.
Do what you say you're going to do.
You're a supporter of beer, so
that's fine.
This is like actually hurting your business to not be drinking beer.
But don't forget, I've had even on this show like two week stints where I've not had alcohol at all, you know, including beer. So this is
but if you're going to a place,
if I'm going to a brewery,
renowned for the breweries, and you're not drinking beer, it's like this is only going to hurt your business.
It's going to be, it's going to be weird.
Taki, if you're listening, stupid bet. I don't like this bet.
I made the bet.
I support Taki's purchase of a new Land Rover, but I do not support this bet.
So yeah, there you go.
Do you know? I saw his Land Rover, and I was like, I fucking need one of those.
He crashed it. I
bought one. Yeah. So I bought one. I mean, that wasn't the reason I bought one, but it was, it was one of the things I saw that led my ADHD brain to want to buy it immediately.
Yeah.
And then I bought it. And then I'm getting it back this weekend, I think.
Sick.
And then he crashed it. And now he wants to buy another one.
Yeah. Probably because he's seen yours.
He could possibly. I sent him photos of mine. I'm like, dude, I bought one. I'm like, where's yours? He's like, fucked. Jesus. He's going to buy another one.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
What have you been doing?
Well, actually, I wrote a post last night. I haven't published it yet, but it was the 12 weeks into running the coffee business and what I'd planned versus what had actually happened. And very much along the lines of what you just said. I'm happy with how things have gone, but I was more ambitious about how many things I would change compared to how many things I actually did change, because operations gets in the way and there's fucking shit to do. And there's not much time left for doing, the old working on the business, not in the business thing. So very much along the lines of what you just said.
Yeah. Life, I suppose.
Yeah. But I will publish that post next week if anyone wants to read about the business.
I'll read it.
Maybe tomorrow, actually. Friday. Friday's a good day to do content.
Friday.
I do have a beer unlike you.
Oh, good. What have you got?
I've got
Hiker. Which one?
I've got the Hiker Bock and I've got the Foster's Glass.
Foster's Glass, yeah, shit.
Schooner glass.
Proper schooner size.
I went to a surf club, the Savo, the Northcliffe Surf Club. They had every CUB beer imaginable. They had like 6 different taps of Bolter. The shirts are wearing Bolter shirts. They had the tank thing up the top.
Yeah.
They had like even Bolter IPA, which I didn't even know existed anymore. This is all on tap. They had like 6 Bolters on tap. All the Beacon beers on tap. All the CUB beers on tap. Yeah, it's pretty hectic. That's life now.
Did they have the Cerveza on tap?
They had Cerveza. They had like activations everywhere. They had like a Bolter light box up there with beers, and it had the Cerveza ice box with all the cervezas in there. They had shirts that were custom to the venue.
Yeah, right.
Like it's just, and then as soon as I left the venue, I drove out and saw a massive, like 20-foot Bolter Cerveza billboard in the middle of Surfers Paradise. It's fucking crazy.
They're going deep on it, aren't they?
Oh my God. Like the shirt said delivered fresh to Northcliffe Surf Club from Bolter or something like that. And it was a custom shirt with that written on the back. Is it? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, delivered fresh from Bolter?
Yeah. Wouldn't be. Yeah. Would be, surely.
Wasn't brewed at one of the other CUB gigantic breweries?
No, I think everything's done at Bolter.
Really?
Yeah. I think if the Cerveza does okay, they might outsource that to one of the other breweries. But
I mean, as soon as Stone and Wood got sold, they started immediately brewing it at Lime.
Creatures.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the same thing would have happened. Bolter is not big enough to brew all that beer in Currumbin.
It's a pretty big brewery.
I mean, it's pretty big, but they've got the biggest brewery in the country just up the road.
Yeah.
You don't think that you don't think they're brewing any product outside of Currumbin?
They can't. Those at Yatala, they can't. The tanks aren't configured for dry hopping or anything like that. So they could do Cerveza, definitely.
I mean, I know nothing, and I was wrong about the Felons thing. I know nothing, but it wouldn't shock me if
you were dead wrong.
Dead wrong. But it wouldn't shock me if one single can of Bolter was brewed elsewhere other than Currumbin. But if I'm dead wrong and someone listens to me, then please correct me.
Yeah.
I will humbly take the L, like I did with the Felons barrel hole.
Yeah. Yep.
Grossly wrong. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, what have we got?
Well, first off, we're at episode 100, which should be a gigantic milestone. Do you have any
Except we don't
speech
roll
or anything to say?
Oh, is it episode 100?
It's episode 100.
Wow. We did it.
I told you about this a couple of weeks ago. I told you it was coming up.
Yeah.
And your reply was, I don't care. It has to be 112.
Yeah.
But 100 episodes is a lot of episodes.
100 is good. I think we should mark the moment with a highball.
Fuck's sake.
The only way to go.
All right. Well, we've also got 2 weeks worth of news, possibly 24 questions, and a lot of Brewers Reacts, because I had Hendo Reacts. Then we had the interview show last week with the guys from Kaiju.
Yes.
And so I renamed it to Brewers React, but we didn't get to do it because,
that shit was happening. Yeah.
Did the interview. So there's a fucking lot to get through.
Okay.
Let's kick it off with Deep Creek. So Deep Creek story came out in Brews News last week, and we didn't talk about it because we're busy. And Brews News reported that they owed $400,000, or they had a $400,000 problem with a recall or something. And turns out they owed $4 million.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Because we did talk about it, I don't think on the podcast, but we were sort of wondering, like, 400,000
there's not a lot of money to go into VA for, but 4 million, definitely.
4 million's getting up there.
It doesn't say anything about the customs, like their tax department.
No, do you think it did? It gave a acronym for something, which I assumed is what that meant. It was like ABA or something.
Possibly, yeah.
Because it said there was a $600,000. Hang on a second. ASB. What's it? ASB?
Don't know what that means. I think it's just this $400,000.
Bank.
Oh, right. ASBC.
ASB New Zealand Bank.
HSBC it is.
And the other thing it said, it was 2.6 million in shareholder advances. What do you think that is? Is that a loan?
I don't know.
What's a shareholder advance?
That's like even paying shareholders out of company funds.
I don't know what a shareholder advance is, but anyway, 900,000 owed to third parties, including Gladfield. Because this is what we talked about every time there's a VA. We talk about the fact that
the suppliers,
a whole lot of suppliers and people get fucked over. And these Gladfield, NZ Hops,
Frothtech,
Convoy.
Yeah.
All the people who are actually supplying the company just get completely screwed. And in this case, it's a liquidation. And the other weird thing, was that this one where they put the equipment value? Let me look at. Maybe it's a Brews News article. One of them, I think, mentioned the equipment value was like 800,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there we go. So liquidators said they would hold a public auction to sell off plant and equipment with a book value of $800,000. Like, that's absolutely fuck all.
They're not getting $800,000.
Well, they won't, but that's fuck all. Like, they mustn't have much equipment there, right?
Oh, it's probably what they paid for it. That's a decent amount of equipment.
I mean, $800,000 doesn't get you a very good packing line if it's a brewery. Like, that's a pretty small setup.
No, it doesn't get you a lot of tanks, decent sized brew house, and it's interesting. I think it's done.
Yeah. So contrast that with
Epic
Bad Shepherd VA, which
they've
come out of VA.
That's interesting that they've come out of VA and Derek and Dee still at the helm, which is good.
Yeah, well, they seem confident in that. And then Crafty Pint has a very nice puffy article about how awesome it is. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, but there's no details about.
There's no details.
There's no details of it. It's like, yep, they're still in control of it. Okay, cool. How?
And who loses? Like, someone's losing, right? Who's losing?
Yeah,
they owe all this money and they're not paying.
You can get the docker from like ASIC, but you've got to pay $60 for it. So,
do you think any of the beer media will do that? Probably not. Everyone seems very happy about this. Like, there's the Brews News podcast, which I didn't listen to, but I assume it was all
it sounds very Easy Times-esque, where someone's come in with some money and restructured it, and away you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Very quick VA though.
Very quick, like 3 weeks or something.
3 weeks, yeah. Very quick. But very interesting and good on them.
Mighty Craft results.
Someone was posting in all the fucking Facebook groups today.
Oh, it'd be Craig from Moffat, probably. He just constantly posting every single group.
It wasn't Craig.
Did you see the posting yesterday of the new beer? Like, every single group, like every hour.
Ugh.
Oh, dude, chill out.
Sorry.
I don't want to piss off Matty Wilson because he's the king.
Here we go. Some guy called Dave Walls. I don't know who he is. Okay. So next Tuesday is the Mighty Craft AGM. Share price just hit. I'm just reading out this Facebook post.
Yeah.
The share price just hit 1.3 cents, its lowest price ever, meaning the company has a market cap of about $5.5 million. I think the votes for the REM report and placements of shares to existing directors will have to fail based on the performance to date. At what point will they put it into VA or at least delist from the ASX? Can they just sell their remaining Better Beer shares to reduce debt? Otherwise, it seems dead in the water. That was a comment online.
It was also exactly what I said about, 6 months ago on this podcast?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do? I don't know what you do when your market cap gets that low. I mean, if you can pay your bills, great.
Well, yeah, but they can't. They got all kinds of weird finance a while ago. The share price is one thing. If people aren't buying the stock, but the underlying performance is the real problem. And it's underperforming. If Better Beer can hold up the entire company and get the company to some kind of, close to profitability or something, then that's sweet. But if it can't, then
not going to happen.
It's done
because it needs cash. Better Beer needs cash, and they've said that.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a good outcome here. I mean, they could shut it down, and the individual brands that they bought, give them back to the original owners, and they just have a small business that they own again.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's happy, and probably the whole industry's better off.
Yeah. We'll see.
Let's hope that happens.
I think it's on tenterhooks, really, isn't it?
Definitely. And the Better Beer thing is super interesting because Better Beer now have loads of competition and people with a lot of money. Like, you see that Traveller thing. Yeah. The amount of money they're pouring into that is crazy.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah.
And you got Baltus Cerveza and
Cerveza, Kaiju Cerveza. There's all these beers that are the exact same beer. and they're all, Bolter's just been marketed so heavily, and they
Oh
would
my God.
out-resource Better Beer any
Crazy.
day of the week.
Yeah, and Better Beer are stuck with an owner who owns 25% or something like that, who has absolutely zero cash, who can't contribute at all to the operation. So interesting.
How does it end?
What's your prediction? What's your prediction about how Better Beer goes? I mean, Mighty Craft, I think we both agree it's going to zero.
But the thing, in my opinion, the whole thing hinges on is if Mighty Craft remains solvent. Cash is king, mate.
Yeah, well, let's just say they don't. I don't think they will. Do you think they will?
If they're not solvent, well, then that's game over. It's VA, liquidation, whatever.
Right, but what about Better Beer? What happens to Better Beer?
Well, it becomes an asset that gets sold. Probably at fire sale price too. I wouldn't be surprised if the remaining the balance of the shareholders buy back the shares.
They don't have the kind of money. Who's going to buy that?
You'd be able to finance that to buy back your own shares. Totally. Probably at fire sale prices too. No, you'd be able to do it.
The price was right. I mean, they were talking about a valuation of $200 million or something.
But if you buy it from a liquidator.
Yeah.
Liquidators, man, having dealt with one, they're just like, just give us the cash. That's all they want. Just give us cash quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, there's nothing, when something goes into liquidation, it's not up for negotiation. There's no negotiation. It's like, how can I get cash quickly? That's how fucking liquidators work.
But if the other owners had cash, they would never have gotten Mighty Craft involved. They don't have spare cash. The thing is that
they can let it ride as it is now, and if Mighty Craft go into VA or liquidation, right, get it cheaper. So there's no rush.
Yeah. Well, no, but the problem is that momentum is very, very important, and this has been a big, big hit to their momentum. Like they were completely on fire, and they announced they were raising capital about a year ago, from memory, and it never happened. And the whole Mighty Craft thing has been deteriorating. And what have they been doing? Like
nothing,
hanging in there.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Have you watched the are you familiar with WeWork?
Yes, the co-working space.
The co-working space. So they reckon so WeWork's just gone into liquidation.
Again.
Well, the first time the founder got sacked because it was just craziness. And I think it didn't completely go under. It got taken over by
like a VA. It was like a VA.
It was like a VA. And there's a documentary series about it, which is fucking awesome. If you haven't watched it, it's worth watching. Now they reckon, or some people think the original founder is going to buy back the company out of liquidation, because I think now that it's in liquidation, they're going to sell off all of these co-working spaces, which had all this money poured into them.
Yes.
Under a terrible business model. But the liquidators are just going to be like, whatever price you give me, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, I'll take your cash. Yeah, exactly.
So they reckon the original founder.
I think I recall from that movie. The thing that made WeWork work was low interest rates.
The thing that made the entire startup ecosystem of the last decade work was low interest rates. Zero interest. They refer to it as the zero interest growth. People were investing in anything.
Yes.
Because they couldn't put their money anywhere else.
Yeah. And there was no return elsewhere.
Yeah. WeWork was actually cool, though. I actually had a WeWork office with WP Curve. We were based in San Francisco out of the WeWork there.
Yeah. Expensive?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't cheap. It was, I think it was...
beer and tap?
Yeah. Not Black Ops, but yeah. Beer and tap. You got a little cubicle. It was expensive, but it was cool. It was a good office.
Did you meet some interesting people?
Well, I didn't work there. My co-founder worked there. I went there a couple of times, but
okay.
Yeah, WeWork was pretty cool. It was just massively overvalued.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. What do you want to go to? Moo Brew or cost of beer?
Cost of beer, because it mentions Mazen. But I want to get. I want to pour another highball.
Well, you can't have a fucking beer because you just signed this bullshit deal.
Got to do it, man. You got to do what you say you're going to do.
100%. I agree with that. But if you're going to do a deal like that, it should be based around your actions that you can directly manipulate. Because there's so much shit that's out of your hand. Like sales targets, it's good to have a target, but you don't have direct control over that. You have direct control over your activities.
There wasn't just sales targets. That was just part of it, but it was more about things that I was supposed to implement in the business that didn't get implemented as well. So it wasn't just solely around sales.
Yeah.
So, that's right. You live and learn. Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
All right. So Hendo, actually, you can probably listen to me because he's got this technology that I've got. We're referring to an article called The Exploding Cost of Brewing Beer in the Crafty Pint. And it features Mazen, who is a friend of the pod, although he didn't host the other week. So fuck Mazen. But just kidding. Hope he doesn't listen. I don't think he listens. And it has a nice little infographic showing percentage increases in different bits and pieces that make up the cost of beer. And it's pretty fucking interesting. I mean, the bottom line is costs have gone up a lot.
What was the key points? I was looking at the infographic, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the things I took away might be different to what you take away. Do you want to look at it? And
I'm looking at it.
Tell me what you take away.
So we've got here that the RRPs have not gone up since 2018, and since 2018 in 2020 from 2018 to 2022, and in 2023 RRPs have only gone up 11.5%. But things like utilities have gone up 90%, malt's gone up 20%, hops have gone up 40%. And it's fucking wild.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of I wouldn't say misleading, but this infographic does not tell the whole story. Like if you look at those years, I only know my experience from running a beer company during those years.
Yes.
And 2021, okay, some of these costs were starting to go up, but business was exploding.
Yes.
It was a cracking
during the pandemic.
Well, it was post-pandemic. It was once they reopened the doors, and there was a whole bunch of extra money in the ecosystem from
everyone was cashed up from JobKeeper all that and shit. Yeah.
So yes, okay. So percentages might have gone down a little bit, but from my point of view, and I know other people in the industry around this time, and I talked to them around this time. It was not a bad time, and this infographic paints the picture that costs had gone up so much. That period 2020 to 2022 was disastrous, but revenues had gone up a lot for a lot of companies during that time. So I don't know if that paints a super clear picture.
Well, you can see there the RRPs haven't gone up though. So
revenue
per unit hasn't gone up.
Okay, but if you're profitable at that time, right?
Yes.
Go on. Sorry, I just got an offer I can't refuse. I didn't lose that bet. If you're profitable, if you're profitable in 2020, right?
Yes.
Your costs go up. I don't know, whatever the overall percentage is. There's an overall percent.
Yes.
Well, that's from 28. That's fuck all, really. I mean, 4% in 1 year is fuck all. 13% since 28. So costs are going up not much, but you're profitable and your turnover is going up by a lot, and you're just making more profit.
Yes.
So that period there that looks terrible could have actually been a very good period, and it was, because you remember 2021, there was no businesses struggling. Like it was fucking, we were making it rain.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to consider. The other is, the interesting thing to me from this is like how, and you warned me about this before I started the brewery, which was how fucking onto it you have to be with finances. And these,
fuck yeah,
like businesses like the coffee business, I have like reasonably rudimentary targets to hit, and if I don't hit them, it's not good. And same as restaurants. Like I was talking to Aaron before, they have like the 30-30-10, where it's like this percentage of wages should make up turnover, this percentage of rent, and then there should be 10% left over. Like they have these there's like 4 things to consider.
Yes.
Brewing, way more than 4 things. I mean, this entire chart is only talking about like the cost of beer.
Yes.
You think about this is already like 10 things on there, and then you've got the entire operation of running a brewery to figure out how to do that efficiently. It's a very, very, very tough business.
Yes. Yeah. True. But there's been some stuff you're right. Because the thing is, right, if you look at this chart here, you've got the breakdown of costs, right? And you look at chilled storage is 1.09% of the breakdown of costs, and that's gone up 32%. So 32% of 1% is not a lot. Right?
No.
Excise, though, however, right, 46%, and that's gone up 7%. That's significant.
Well, it's not significant. I mean? It's not, because it's gone up 7% in 4 years.
Yes, but it's a bigger proportion of the cost of production, though.
Yeah, but 7% in 4 years.
No,
way less than inflation.
That change of cost is per year. It's gone up 7%. It went up 7% in February, mate. Excise went up 7% in February.
Well, how come they've put 2022 up 13% since 2018? Oh, okay. So that's the individual year. Okay. But yeah, you're right. It's a percentage. I don't buy into the excise being the problem. I don't know.
Yeah, look, it's just a cost of doing business. I don't think excise is the problem. I think the lack of parity with other alcoholic beverages is a problem.
I can tell you, looking at these numbers here, having a business during this time, these are numbers of a business that is run very well.
Yes, well, that's amazing.
Yeah, there are percentages in here that I've seen in this industry that would blow your fucking mind in terms of increases over that period.
Oh, 100%.
And none of them are evident in this infographic. And so I think if these numbers are correct, I think, Hawkers is a very well-run business, and there's other parts of the industry where businesses are run nowhere near as well as what is portrayed in here.
Yeah.
The chilled storage thing is super interesting. One of the big lessons that I learned when I was at Black Ops is, and I wondered this after I left, whether, because I remember when I first went to Stone and Wood, and I was like, fuck, you don't keep the beer cold. It's like, oh, that's interesting. But I also knew they pasteurized the beer.
Yeah.
The insurance on cold rooms is out of this world.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. You know why, though?
Because they burn and
they're flammable,
Yeah. So that got my attention, the chilled storage thing. Because I don't know if that, it's a massive percentage increase. And like you pointed out, it's going from 1%. So maybe it's more of maybe that's not an indication of how much it increased. But I know throughout the period, paying insurance on cold rooms was a big thing. And then you have the question, do you have a choice? Do you not pay the insurance? Do you keep the beer warm? In Queensland, it's pretty fucking tough. But yeah, it's interesting to think about that, because that's certainly not something I ever thought about. But when I looked at the insurance bills, I was like, holy shit, something has to be done about this cost. It's completely out of control. Yeah, so I don't know. You probably have a perspective on that, because it's a quality thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As in not putting a beer in a cold room, or?
Yeah, making a decision to either.
If you pasteurize your beer, then there's less of a need to refrigerate it. But you do some damage to the beer when you do pasteurize.
Right.
But it becomes more stable.
Yeah, but then if you don't pasteurize, you have it sitting in a cold room, and then if you sell the majority of that beer to Woolies and Coles anyway, and it sits in their warehouse unpasteurized,
that's right.
Getting warm.
It's not good for the beer either way. So yeah, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. It's a tough game, dude. It just makes it clearer and clearer to me the longer I spend in the coffee industry how tough the beer game is.
I can't remember who said this. Whether I something I heard at Brew Asia or if I read it somewhere in the last couple of days or something like that. Someone had said the beer market isn't maturing; it's matured. What do you think of that?
I think the opportunities have changed. That's all I think.
But having a mature market doesn't mean there's no opportunities.
Yeah.
Make a fucking cerveza, for instance.
Well, yeah, possibly. Or just return to the craft of doing smaller, being the hiker as opposed to the ballistic.
That's right. Yeah.
Like
I was there today.
Well, okay. Well, if you're anything like Adam Shell, you're probably fucking there every day.
Every day, yeah. Adam Shell's. He wasn't there today.
So you went to hiker and didn't have a beer?
No.
Fuck's sake.
I got laughed at. It's fucked. Scooter. Oh, can I tell you what I've done to the scooter? Did I tell you last week what I did to the scooter?
I saw what you did at hiker with your stupid scooter. So did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, it's less smoky in now.
You can't. Okay. It's a food production facility for starters. Yes, it's a place where customers come in and enjoy a hospitable environment. Mm-hmm. You can't drive a scooter and attempt a burnout on the way out.
I didn't do a burnout. I didn't do a burnout.
Well, I didn't say you did a burnout. I said you attempted a burnout.
I did not attempt a burnout.
Flipping the bird to the owners of the company as you drive out the door, smoking your two-stroke bullshit bike. You can't do that. Okay?
I mean, admittedly, there was a little bit too much oil in the mixture and the scooter was very smoky. Yes.
How much of that smoke going to seep into the barrels of the Adam beer?
It's already a smoked beer. Fuck off.
That's a good point. Okay, you got me there.
So it's got a bit of two-stroke in it.
Yeah, you got me.
All right, what have we got next?
All right. Oh, Perentie Brewing opening next month. Oh, I'll put that in there because this is you remember this one? It was the one that was supported by Brandon from Burley. And it's Kenton
the
Campbell,
one in Beenleigh.
Yeah, it's in Beenleigh.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is interesting.
Did you know I've got a bit of a weird connection to this story?
Go on.
Other than, I've got 3 connections to this story, and I'm not going to talk about 2 of them. But one of them is that when they brought Zarafas to Queensland, when Kenton Campbell was doing Zarafas, like really early days in Queensland, he was working with Lindsay, who was the founder of my company.
Okay.
My coffee business.
Yes.
And Lindsay had the first coffee cart in Queensland, which was at the uni. Mm-hmm. And he was working with Kenton on the whole Zarafas thing, and they had a falling out and they went separate ways. And Kenton made Zarafas. Lindsay eventually started this company that I ended up buying. And very, very weird connection, but that's what happened.
So what's this story about? Readying to open its doors, distillery mode market. $6 million
you've driven past there? You would have seen that.
I actually haven't. Is it the old distillery building?
It's on the freeway, like next to
I know the old Beenleigh rum distillery building.
Yeah, but they've made it into like a fancy like market and shit. There's umbrellas and all kinds of shit there.
3 lagers. Mid-strength lager, clean crisp lager, and dark lager.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they use the word dry and crisp in their product descriptions. That's a real surprise. Nah, just kidding.
What's wrong?
Come on. They look good. I like the branding. I think it looks
I like the branding too. Yeah, it's pretty it's not sort of that postmodern bright pastel colors fucking thing going on. It's clean, it's whites and golds and blacks, and I like it.
It's Japanesey. It's crispy lagery. It's good.
Yeah. I'd go check it out. I like lager.
You do like lager. Yeah. All right. Well, let's fucking go. We got a month.
Well, it's halfway between your place and my place.
Exactly. Let's go and drink some lagers. Should we do some Hendo Reacts? Wait, let me have a quick little squizzy poo at the Facebook group, see if we got any questions.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to look at these questions.
No, not allowed to.
There's few questions. Do you want to do some Hendo reacts and then some questions, or the other way around? Because we do have some questions.
Yep, I'll do Hendo reacts. Let me share my screen.
All right, share
sound. Do I have to share sound?
Oh, we got a little YouTube situation. Did I fill you in on that?
Again.
Fuck, sorry. Let me bring this up.
What now?
It wasn't too bad. It was. I think it was. I mean, oh god, we got a lot of emails. Oh, okay. No,
what's going on?
Who's this guy? 100 Women Medina. Okay, well, that's spam. Okay, I really should check these emails.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So,
wait a second. Let me. No, that's spam. Let me find the YouTube thing. Ooh, monthly performance on Google Podcasts, 41 plays.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, it's not amazing, is it? But
it's 12 a week.
Here we go. Okay. Hi, Boss Brewer. We want to let you know our team reviewed your content and we think it violates our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy. We know you may not have realized this was a violation of our policies, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. That's good, right?
Yes, but what content did they highlight?
Just bear with me. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. Episode 98, Filter Crowdfunding Adam Beer Brew Asia Update. What?
Come
remove the whole fucking episode? I don't know. URL, news.com.au. Former Woolworths CEO Roger Corbett accuses BWS abandoning customers.
You know what you got to do? Stop posting links on YouTube.
I don't like that, do they?
Don't post links. You post links, they think it's spammy. You're trying to drive traffic there and that sort of thing.
That's fair.
Don't put it in the description.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you think they removed the whole episode or just the
I don't know.
Link?
Go check.
So the link was former Woolworths CEO Roger. No, the episode's still there. Hang on. We have 121 subscribers.
That's pretty good.
Pretty close to 12. Oh, they just hid the Endeavour link and left all the others.
Enough. That's good. Yeah, we're lucky.
Okay,
don't post links on YouTube,
Okay, good. Noted.
We got away with the... Yeah. All right, let's have a look at Hendo Reacts.
All right, Hendo Reacts. Share screen.
Sound?
100%, always.
That's how we get the fucking copyright strike.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Instagram Reel. Oh, shit. The floating beer. Oh, where's that? Where's the floating beer? Perentie Brewing Company.
Oh, this is a drone.
It's a drone flying a cup of beer over to someone who's picked it up, and the drone's
That's a schooner, isn't it? Is that a schooner?
It's a plastic cup.
Right. It's a heavy amount of liquid, though.
Pretty impressive, though.
Very impressive. Look at how when he grabs the beer off, the drone shoots vertically.
Yeah, because it's not got the weight on it anymore.
Yeah. So they've got a safety mechanism in there somewhere where people's fingers aren't getting chopped off.
Not sure how I feel about that.
It's definitely real, right?
Yeah, it looks real. That's how we're going to get served beer in the future.
I think it's cool as fuck.
All right, here we go. ESPN F1. Turn on notifications. Not now.
Like themed out for F1, and I'm going to be hosting the Vegas event in a couple of
Vegas.
So here goes. And then as you descend, it just hits you. Sensory overload. Exactly how I like it.
House.
And then, of course, on the Jumbotron, I got live positions of the drivers on the track, and then 8 of my favorite drivers. In-car footage. This is live as well. And then the main event on the big screen. Some additional information on the side screens. And then in the back, because I've got this giant screen, I like using the animations of those live driver positions. And if the rest is just a sensory overload, this is a more focused space and more comfortable. Still get some live information there, and then 3 in-car footage. But the audio and video quality in the theater is incredible. Some of you guys have asked me what the place would look like themed.
That's like so basically this is like a bloke's basement, and it's the ultimate lads room where he's got like TVs everywhere and a bar and pool tables and televisions everywhere, and he's got a jumbotron in there. That guy has more money than
all
sense.
F1 content.
It's all Formula One. Yeah. Why? Because the Vegas Formula One is coming up.
Yes.
Did you watch the Brazilian Grand Prix by chance?
Oh, I sure did. That was.
What did you think of the? It was very tasty. The Alonso Perez battle was fucking. The last 2 laps were amazing.
Dude, we've said it on this show many times. Alonso is the absolute king.
He's the GOAT.
Isn't it amazing? That motherfucker is 42 years old.
Yes.
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He kept Perez behind him for 10 laps. Perez got the best car, and Perez is no joke. Like I'm not a Perez hater. Perez can drive.
Did you hear the in-car radio?
No.
Okay, so there's some really good chatter going on between Alonso's engineer and Alonso and Perez's engineer and Perez.
Wow, no, I didn't see that.
About so basically Alonso didn't have the pace with his petrol engine, but he had plenty of battery left.
Right.
And so when he did those overtakes, right, Alonso was very, very good at he was very good at getting getting Perez off his game. Right?
Oh, 100%.
Getting him to go offline and that sort of thing. Because he plays the game.
Defensive driving.
Yeah, very much so. And and even when he was behind and attacking, it was enough to put Perez off. But you hear that both the engineers talking to the drivers, and they're basically saying, right, we're on the second last lap, just hold the overtake button, just burn the battery. Let's go. We got power, let's go. And that so basically those guys just pretty much did the whole last lap just with their fucking overtake button pushed and all that sort of thing. It was a lot of fun to watch. So yeah.
I mean, you just thought the entire time Perez was going to overtake him. He had to. He had the better car.
Of course.
He's a great driver. You just thought it was going to happen. And then he got it. And you just, every single time that happens, it's over.
Yeah, of course.
They just go off into the distance. The faster car, it's hard to overtake. But once you get across, you're off into the distance. And that motherfucker at 42 took the place back.
Yes.
Insane.
And did you see him like hug afterwards? The press conference?
That was nice. That was nice.
Which was good. It was like they basically both said straight out, it was very professional. It was a great battle.
100%.
And lots of respect, but hard fight. And it was good to watch. And
that's what they love. And that's the thing. That's the thing I think people don't get is like, obviously it's important to win, but ultimately all these guys are fucking animals at what they do.
Yes.
And the fastest car generally wins. Yeah. They just fucking love racing.
Yeah.
They were happy. Oh, it was nice seeing Perez happy.
Yeah.
Good.
First time in a while.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at this next fucking Hendo Reacts. What do we got here? Instagram. Reel.
Yeah, dude, chill.
Elon, chill.
Cooper's beer lovers, we need your help. We've got 8 high-tech AGVs, aka our robots. They're on a mission to move and stack hundreds of pallets of beer every day. But we need your help to give all 8 a name. Click the link and cast your vote today.
What the fuck?
Calling all Cooper's beer.
So basically Cooper's have got these robots that move pallets of beer around. You want to know something really weird? When I was there in June, I didn't see them.
Well, my first question was...
I saw robots, but I didn't see those robots. It's mad. I want to see the robots.
What's going on there? My first question was like, is this real? Because like this whole warehouse has obviously been configured. Like, are these electric? You can see it. Is it like a tram with the thing at the top touching the thing? Or is that just...
Oh, yeah. Like on wire, like a wire above it or something. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, maybe.
But how does this work? How are they knowing what to move around?
I don't know. I don't know. Artificial intelligence? I suppose.
All right. 2 questions. 1, do you think this is real? 2, do you think this is good?
Both. I think it's real. I think it's good.
Good for who?
The robots.
Mm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Facebook Watch.
I've got like 50 Hendo reacts this week.
That's
This is
good.
2 weeks worth.
All right, here we go. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've been saving this one up.
Moo Brew.
In the Adelaide Hills is set to shake up the beer
E-beer.
market.
Yeah.
E-beer.
I don't need to watch this because I don't
come
want to
on.
play. I don't want to play the whole of 10 news. We will get copyright strike for it. Okay, so we were talking about this last week, right? This e-beer with the fucking electrolytes in it and that sort of thing. And you know what electrolytes are?
No.
Salt.
Okay. That's good.
That's it. It's a gozer.
Oh. So this is pretty solid marketing then, right?
Well, yeah. It's a gozer. Go to fucking Leipzig. Drink a fucking gozer.
It's Salt Dick IPA, but 20 years later.
More salt. All right, next one.
All right.
One in hospital after Australia's biggest brewery, Yatala, evacuated amid reports of fumes.
This is today. Do you see this?
News. The federal government has announced it will hold a review into yesterday's major Optus outage.
No, fuck that. Don't play the video. Just scroll the article.
Well, I'm scrolling the article.
People
Two
are in
members of
hospital.
Carlton Brewery's Gold Coast Brewery Hospital had asked if fumes sparked an emergency response. Did not come. It says the source didn't come from its Yatala site. Staff suffered from stinging eyes before up to 100 workers were evacuated from the premises. Holy shit. Authorities of brewery observations 1 p.m. today. Wow, that's really interesting. What happened there?
Interesting, isn't it? What do you think it could be that stings the eyes and sends people to hospital?
Well, lots of things in a brewery, you know. I mean,
but it has to be a
system,
gas of some sort, right?
the chiller system in Yatala, as is most big breweries, is ammonia. But there's hardcore ammonia alarms, and ammonia will do more than sting your eyes.
Yeah.
That will, you know, ammonia is very environmentally friendly, but it will really mess up your day.
Right.
You know. So yeah.
Well, I hope everyone's okay. And
yeah, absolutely.
Brewery safety is very, very fucking important.
Breweries are very dangerous. Oh,
places.
This is the one I just read out this post.
Yes, you did. Yes.
That's the post I had this lined up for you, mate. But sorry, mate. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all good.
Just took the bull by the horns there, really, didn't
Definitely.
I? Okay. Well, that's all the Hendo reacts. I've reacted.
Okay. All right.
12 questions.
Let's send the 12 questions. All right. So we have episode 100, which is not a celebration, but I'll let people know that it was episode 100. Let's see what we're working with.
I can't believe we've done 100 episodes.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
I didn't think we'd make it.
We should be fucking celebrating, mate.
We should be celebrating.
Crack a beer. Celebrate.
Shut up.
All right.
You go tell your mate fucking Taki more.
Just make a different bet. Make a slightly different bet. Why don't you make a bet that involves like a physical challenge? Like if you lose something, you have to do like 1,000 push-ups or something in the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's a physical group, makes more sense.
Maybe.
You need to drink beer to support your customers.
I know I do. I know. I didn't think that one through. I thought I was going to do the thing I said I was going to do.
All right. Louis G. First of all, congratulations on this important milestone. Question, no uppercase. Are you going to celebrate either 100th or second birthday? Oh, that's a good point.
Really?
No.
Second birthday?
Well, 100. Well, yeah, 100.
What date
we
was
do
our
one a
first
week,
episode?
and we're up to 100, and we just
but we missed a couple of weeks. What date was our first episode?
I don't know, but I think he's suggesting it'll be coming up at some point. Are we going to celebrate it? The answer is probably no.
so. It is about this time of year.
Okay, let's have a look.
Ask ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. You ask ChatGPT, and I'll look up our website.
Doesn't know. I don't pay for ChatGPT. So, did you see the OpenAI announcement this week?
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you see the OpenAI announcement this week?
I did. The GPTs.
The GPTs. You can actually make a Dan Norris.
I know.
Do you know what it's like?
You see Elon's one? He's got like a base GPT where this is like it makes just is like sarcastic and not woke and shit.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking shit's getting out of control.
I think it's very much like do you watch Black Mirror?
I have.
There's an episode called San Junipero. It's very much like that, where your consciousness is stored in a computer to preserve you forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't buy it. I get it. I don't buy it. I think there's so much way more confusing shit that people just don't understand about humans.
No, we're complex creatures.
Very complex. All right, so 20 September 2021. Oh, wait, we're fucking already past 2 years. Is that actually
really?
22nd of September 2021. Wow.
Well, there you go.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, look at us.
Okay, well, the answer to your question is no, we're not celebrating any of these milestones.
No, we're not doing shit.
Okay. No, we're celebrating 112, aren't we? Or 120?
Yeah, something like that.
We'll just fucking say which one it is because I want to celebrate, Hendo.
112.
112. Okay, we'll celebrate 112. All right, Louis G question. Who the fuck is Louis G? That's a pretty good question.
That's a very good question.
Do you know?
No.
I don't either. Do you actually not know who Louis G is?
No, I don't know. I could
fucking tell us.
I think I could try and recognize him if I saw him.
Well, Paul James says Louis G equals Aaron, so Dan can put things in without appearing like he cares.
I don't believe that either.
So Louis G could be like Aaron's like burner account. Is that what he's suggesting there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Too much effort.
Yeah.
Definitely not Aaron.
Aaron's, yeah.
All right, Paul James, question colon. Is there going to be a launch party /12 pre-sale of the Adam beer? Well, we tried to progress this forward this week, didn't we, with the whole design thing. Do you want to fill the listeners in on what happened there?
What's that?
We tried to design the can.
Oh, we had the Facebook chat group with the design thing. And it quickly degenerated into like fart jokes and stuff.
It was horrific.
Yeah. It crashed and burned really quick. You had those Facebook chats. And you know who crashed and burned it?
Well, it wasn't me because I came in at the end.
It was Adam Shell.
Oh, of course it was. So to answer the question, launch party, probably not. We don't even know how to design the can.
No.
Pre-sale.
Yes, I suppose we could do that.
Isn't it? It's their beer.
Yeah. They're going to sell the beer, yes.
I'm confused about who, like, if this is, there's so many people involved in this beer. Like, I don't know who's taking point on this. You know what I mean?
I don't know either.
We're just along for the ride. It's almost as it's just
we
like
are along for the ride. We don't even exist really.
Right. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I'm cool.
All right. Add it. Last week's show was great. Such good banter. Should do more of them.
That's good.
Thank you. Very good.
We need more guests. We do need more guests.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Maddie Wilson, not that one, the other one. Yeah, there's a few from
That's
Moss.
True.
Has a cracking story. Oh yeah, get him on. I did piss him off by commenting in a Facebook group and about a comment he made about Black Flag, and I stood up for them and told him his comment was bullshit. And I feel like he might hate me now. But I've known him for many years, and I think it'll be fine. And I love him, so hopefully that counts for something.
He's not one to hold a grudge.
Hopefully not.
But let's but definitely let's get him on. Hopefully I'll see him this weekend and I'll sort it out.
I'm keen. Let's do that.
Yes.
Okay. Were any Tiranas harmed in the making of this one?
Harmed in the making of what?
Well, he replied to Paul James' comment about the launch party, Maddie Wilson, and last week's episode. Were any Tiranas harmed in the making of this one? Like, I don't understand what that means. I should understand. I like cars. I don't like
me too.
Tiranas, but
do you like Tiranas?
Nah, Ford. I don't fuck with Holden. Just holding together.
Don't say that to a Commodore, man.
Just holding together, mate, you know. Barely holding together. Right, Adam Shell. Question. Should we challenge Hendo to enter a CrossFit competition with his newfound zest for life? Yes.
No, I don't do CrossFit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's great. Worry. I don't do CrossFit.
Don't worry. If you don't do CrossFit, it's fine. He replied to his own comment, and then he said he has another suggestion: triathlon.
No, but I will deadlift shit.
Triathlon's good. Why not triathlon?
I can't really swim well.
I can't swim either.
Dude, you own a boat.
Yeah, no, definitely can't swim. What about so
that's why we keep driving into land.
That's a good point. My boat is amphibious.
No, it's not.
What about the Hiker Brewing Co. trail run? There you go. What about that?
I would do that. Yes, totally would do a run.
Okay. Should we do that as part of the celebrations of 112 episodes?
Sure. Why the fuck not?
All right. Darren Gittins. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Question 1. Are you surprised at the amount of money Filter raised?
What did they raise?
I'll check it now. It's very close to $2 million. I'm going to take this one and say absolutely. This was extremely fucking surprising to me. Oh my God.
That is very surprising.
2.15 million at a $60 million valuation.
Unbelievable.
When good drinks are worth less than that. And this company has like $6 to $7 million of debt. Shocked.
Yeah.
I think this is going to change crowdfunding. I think this is it's like the bubble bursting. This is the moment, I think.
How so?
I just think the valuations are completely out of sync with what's happening in the economy to a point where it's not sustainable. It's like this market now, the crowdfunding market, bears no resemblance to reality.
That's a big change for you from a year ago, mate.
It is. Well, it's not a big change. I'm just
even 2 years ago when we started this podcast.
It's not a big change. I'm just telling you what I think. I told you what I think then. I'll tell you what I think now.
Fair enough.
You don't agree?
I think your
Filter's Filter with $6.5 million debt.
Yes.
And losing money, declining, is worth $60 million.
But here's the go, and here's where I've been consistent. It's all the crowdfunding. It's always been that way. Silly valuations on companies that aren't particularly profitable.
Yeah, but they're growing. Startups, the entire
but they're not
history
profitable.
of startups. Yeah, but startups are never profitable. The entire history of startups is they're not profitable. They're growing. Therefore, there's a chance they could become something that's worth a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
This company is not growing. It's not profitable, but it's still got a startup valuation. It literally makes no sense.
Yeah. It's very strange.
Anyway,
see what happens.
Answer the question. All right. Sunshine Coast is bidding for craft beer capital. Oh, wait. Sorry. One more. Darren Gittins, is there a better craft beer mecca in this country than Marrickville? Paul James, Sunshine Coast is bidding for craft beer capital.
Yeah. Marrickville's good. Sunshine Coast is good.
You can't compare, you can't compare Sunshine Coast to Marrickville. Let's be fair about that.
No.
Sunshine Coast is a gigantic geographic area.
Yes,
compared
and
to
you've got to drive a long way between the breweries.
Yeah, a massive way. It's not a comparable thing.
Yes.
It's like Sunshine Coast is almost a fucking state. Marrickville is like a suburb.
Yes.
That's a good question though. What is the Mecca? What is the Mecca? It used to be Melbourne.
Used to be Geelong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Margaruba, Gold Coast. So
definitely
many.
Not Gold Coast.
So many. But Marrickville's still good. I like Marrickville.
Marrickville in terms of what about Collingwood?
Collingwood also good. Not that many breweries though.
Oh, there's quite a few.
Only a handful.
Some good ones.
But a handful.
What do you got?
Drinking there. What are you drinking there?
What do you mean?
Are you having a glass of red?
No.
What was that? No, not that fucking hand. Your
What?
left hand.
Okay,
Your
sorry.
left hand.
Sorry.
Fuck off.
That one.
No, don't be doing that. I'm pretty sure I saw a glass of red.
I just listened to an interview with David Blaine on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I fucking
Right.
know how to do
Did you
this
just
shit,
David
okay?
Blaine me? That was a glass of red.
No.
It's a glass of red.
I lost a bet. I can't drink beer for 2 weeks.
It should be my glass of red. Cheeky.
Yeah, fuck beer. I like red wine. All right.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, one more, I think. Are we going to answer the question? No, I don't think we answered
What's
that.
the question? Marrickville?
Craft
Go.
beer
It's
Mecca.
great.
Collingwood's good. Where's the, if you wanted to get a beer and have 100% confidence it was going to be good and choose a random brewery in a certain location, what would your location be?
So the question is, what was the question?
Well, you want to not get a bad beer. You know the beer's going to be great.
Yes.
You have to randomly choose the brewery, but you can choose the location. What location?
Or the area.
Yeah.
Where I know I'm going to get a good beer.
Yeah.
Marrickville would definitely be up there.
Marrickville would be up there.
Because there's a lot of good breweries in that area, you know. Yeah, definitely. On that basis, I would also say Collingwood.
Mm. See, I feel like Collingwood's the one.
Yes, in my opinion, definitely Collingwood.
It's impossible to get a bad beer in Collingwood.
True. Yeah. Holly Rose, Fixation, Stompo,
Bodriggy.
Yep. That's kind of Abbotsford.
The mill's still there? The mill's still there?
Maybe, yeah. It's just
very
good. Yeah. And if you count the bars as well, even better. Even better. There's so many good bars in that area. That's kind of where I gravitate towards when I go to Melbourne. So,
yeah. Same.
Mm.
All right. Last one. Daniel Pinto. In your opinion, what is the smallest but yet profitable brewery setup business model that could justify licensing and operational costs? I love this question already. It's longer though. The farm to can. Oh, he's given us options. Fuck, this motherfucker's switched on. The farm to can, farm to pint, farmhouse breweries in America seem to be financially stable, family operated and profitable. Would that fit in Australian market? Wow, that's a great question.
As in a farmhouse brewery?
Yeah, farm to can, farm to pint.
Already
farmhouse
exists.
brewery.
Got dollar bill.
Well, that's not a farm to
It's a farm.
Is it?
Totally farm.
They don't even brew.
It's still a farmhouse brewery, a blendery, and that sort of thing. So
no, he's talking. Is he not talking about? Doesn't farm to can mean you're growing the malt?
Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay. Why not?
Well, one scenario is he is talking about. Another is he's just talking about places that blend beer. And if you don't have a brewery and just blend beer, obviously it's going to be cheaper and probably potentially more profitable. But it's not a brewery, is it? If you're not actually brewing beer.
No, that's true.
It's a good question though. What's most financially stable? I've got an answer. Have you got an answer?
No. What's
This
your
is
answer?
this is what I think the answer is. I think the answer, if you're in Queensland, is, and I haven't done this because my history is much different to this, but my answer is you have a venue that is very good at hospitality. It does a good chunk of your business in food and a small chunk of your business in beer. You brew there, you consume about 50% of what you brew there at the venue, like you sell that to customers in takeaway, but mostly beer consumed on site if you can get the
50% of revenue.
well enough. And then you have a really good, efficient way of selling the rest of it without hiring staff to do it. Don't have a sales team, don't have any of the overheads. You just have a way of distributing that beer to venues locally, whatever that is, white label or whatever that is. You stay under the excise limit. You do higher ABV beers at a good price, support the local community, and to me, that is possible as a profitable business in 2023.
Yes.
The rest of it is going to be extremely fucking difficult.
Yes.
Thoughts?
I would agree. You need a lot of capital if you want to get big. The valley of death has shifted.
The game has changed. Even just what I said about the Bolter thing this afternoon, like the amount of money that is being poured into that, the distro they have, the production they have.
Yeah.
And that's one brand out of 5 brands that was on at that venue.
Yes. Yeah, it's mad.
It's mad. It's over. It's kind of over.
The market has matured. It's not a hobby anymore.
Leave it there.
Good work, mate.
Was that a positive ending or a negative?
I think it was like it left questions and left people wondering.
Oh wow!
What we're going to do next? Because we made it to 100. We could retire.
I know what we're going to do. We're going to do episode 101 and not celebrate that either.
Mate, good chat as always. I'll see if I can get Matty Wilson on.
Yeah, let's do that. And thank you to the 12 for asking the questions because it is
absolutely. We can't do this show
questions
without 12. It would be half the length.
Yeah. Okay. And can we start planning episode 112? Because I like to celebrate things.
I want to mark the moment too. I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. We'll take that offline. No, but we'll take that offline.
Totally. Love your work, mate.
See you next week.
I'll get to editing and take all the links out of the YouTube. Bye-bye.
Yeah, indeed. Later.